Hello everybody, I'm Caroline and today I want to give you a small introduction into the test impact graph. We built this visualization to help developers explore amplified test cases. And an amplified test case is an automatically generated test case that is supposed to improve the instruction coverage of an existing test suite. And the goal with our tool, it's called TestCube, is that these test cases are really taken into the test suite that the developers maintain and that they are really a part of the otherwise manually written test cases. So a very important aspect there is that the developers understand what is this new test case doing and also are convinced how this new test case is improving their coverage. And in TestCube until now, we show the developers the code of the new test case, and we give just as line numbers. And so we give them, hey, these are the lines where there are new instructions, which are only covered by this test case and not by any other test case in your existing test suite. And this is what we call additional coverage. Yeah, this is the contribution this test case makes. And there is a little bit of visualization here, yeah, that we have highlights and the developers can inspect, what is this method, what exactly is covered there. But the problem that we saw is that it's really difficult to connect these two. This method emit annotations is not directly called by the test case because this is more an integration style test. So it's difficult to see for developer, how does this new test case actually call this other method? How does it lead to this new additional coverage? And that's what we built the test impact graph for. I brought you here an example. This is actually the second example we used in our Think Aloud study. And as you see here, it's graph based. So on all the way on this side here, we have the new developer test itself. And then we show all the methods that are relevant to understand how do we lead to new additional coverage in this test case. So in bright green, we have highlighted the lines where there is additional instructions covered. And in dark green, we highlighted lines that are covered by the test case, but that are also covered by other test cases before. And this is an interactive visualization, so the developers can zoom out, like here at the moment, to get a rough overview of what is happening. They can zoom in to inspect in detail specific methods and read what is going on there, and they can also explore the behavior of this test case, right? So they can say, okay, it's calling this method, yeah, now we have here type emit, I want to know what's happening there. So they can open for each line with a method call that they can open here on the side, and then we show a new node for all the methods that are called in that line. And then the developers can keep inspecting and say, okay, if it is annotated, what does this mean? And here go deeper into the code under test and understanding, okay, what was executed here, what is the behavior of this test case. And if they say, okay, good, I've seen that now, or this is something unimportant, then they can also collapse it again to focus on what they really want to see. This is the second example that we had in our study. There's also much bigger examples like this one here, where we have additional coverage in a lot of different methods. And it was very important for us to not show all the called methods at once, because these are often integration tests that call a lot of different methods. And that's why we focus really only on the methods that have additional coverage, and all the ones in between that explain to the developer, hey, how did we achieve new coverage in these methods? Thank you very much for listening today, and I hope you enjoy reading our paper and playing around with the test impact graph in our replication package.